This is Shane Watson here for PSP Sports. I'm lucky enough to be joined by former world champion Paulie Malignaggi. How are you, Paulie? Great to have you over here in the UK again. I know obviously you came here for Ultimate Boxer. Did you feel the first show of Ultimate Boxer was?
I thought it went well. I thought it was a good success, and I thought it proved its point that it discovers new talent. It may have flown under the radar. I thought the championship fight was a bit of a surprise. Two outsiders reaching the finals, who had both knocked out the two favorites. So I think overall a success, and also overall an opportunity for the fighters as well.
Do you believe it's a great start for something that is brand new and something that has many more events planned for the future as well?
I think it's got potential, you know. I think as you keep building and building, it's a tournament that I think can keep doing the job, and I think also it's good that it doesn't compete with other promoters and other people in the business. You know, I think it's something a bit on its own. You don't have to. The fighters are not signed to Ultimate Boxer, so I think it's something that everybody can really band around and really support.
I mean, I know Tom Young lost in the final, but someone who's come from an unlicensed background in white collar, and he's then been on Channel 5 and Unilad and being viewed by hundreds of thousands of people, and also got paid well. I mean, that must mean something great for boxing, then, surely. Yeah,
that's the kind of story we're trying to bring out here in the Ultimate Boxer. You know, Drew Brown and Tom Young, for that matter. You know, they were outsiders at the beginning of the tournament. They probably should have lost their first fight. Instead, you know, they reached the finals and they were competing for the tournament championship. You know, so I think something like that is what the tournament's all about. Giving opportunity to fighters who may have flown under the radar, but are hungry, determined, and getting better and better.
Also, we've got Haye Bellew here, massive fight in the UK, the rematch as well. I mean, how do you see that fight going? How did you think David Haye looked on the pad work yesterday and Tony Bellew on the pad?
It's hard to take anything out of the public workouts, so fighters don't really do anything on the public workout, but Haye looked in good spirits, he looked confident. We'll see.
Do you think that any David Haye of old can come back into the ring on Saturday night?
What?
Do you think David Haye of old can come back from Saturday night?
David Haye of old is the David Haye of old, but I don't think David Haye has a lot to give. And you know, Tony Bellew also has, you know, a dig down quality in him, where he's willing to be uncomfortable to win a fight. So I think it's an intriguing matchup. We'll see what David Haye has left. I don't think the David Haye of old is around anymore, but I think David Haye still has enough left to probably give him the edge in skills. It's just a matter of how much he wants to dig down.
And also, everyone's talking about him and Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, about where that's going. I mean, how do you think that? Do you think that fight will get made this year?
I don't see it being made this year. Maybe next year.
Do you think they up in the bluff of the $50 million bid?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, you know. I think there's some truth to it. I just think, you know, there's a proper way you go about things, you know. I don't think anybody would. I mean, I try not to think that anybody would just randomly say something like that just to say it, you know. But there's a proper way you go about doing things, so we'll see.
Of course. And we have Triple G coming up against Majdan in 5th of May. What's your thoughts on that fight? And can you see it being a tricky fight at all for Triple G?
You know, Vanis is an ex-US Olympian. He's Armenian American. Also, he comes from a hardened background. All those fighters always come to fight. I see Vanis coming to fight. And you know, however it plays out, it plays out. He's going to be the smaller man, and obviously he's taken into fight on last-minute notice. But Vanis always comes to fight. And Vanis is a guy who doesn't give you half the effort ever. You know, so however long it's going to go and however it's going to be, I think it's going to be an entertaining fight.
And also, you know, because Canelo only got banned for 6 months, do you think this is going to be a problem in boxing where other fighters might take the risk of drug cheating because they know that the punishment isn't so bad?
You know, my honest opinion, I think this proves a lot. You know, I think what this proves is if you don't dope in boxing in 2018, you're a moron. You know, I mean, the only way you're going to have success is if you dope in boxing. So I think the Canelo whole situation with Canelo, I think kind of put the stamp on that, you know?
Yeah.
This is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with at the top of the sport. So if you want to get to the top of the sport, you got to dope too. Otherwise, the next time somebody fails a drug test and everybody comes to me to get the opinions, or they always think like I'm going to be against it and whatnot. I'm going to give that guy a round of applause for being smart enough to do it, because this is what the sport's become, and they've made it become that way. So now you can't cry wolf.
Okay, final predictions for Haye Bellew.
I don't have a prediction. I said early on, Haye is dangerous. Second half of the fight, he's got to be careful because Bellew makes it tough.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to PC Sports. I hope we'll catch up with you at a fight night then.
Thanks, man.